last lap, he goes out and uncorks at 2:12.777. I mean, he's just on it. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of put it together. Just felt like I had a good lap, you know. And it was faster than the 450s even.
Well,
it was incredible.
When JT interviewed him on the podium, he was actually surprised it was a 2:12. Even he didn't realize it'd be that fast. And that was also much faster, as you were alluding to, than any of the 450 riders also. So Jett Lawrence feeling it at least this morning. And he has won all but one race this year overall. But there have been many times where other riders have appeared to have the Australian on the rope. So can he keep it going after a 2-weekend break? We're ready for the final 4 rounds of the 2022 season.
Well, and it's not like there hasn't been incredible competition in this 250 class. I've been watching at home all summer. I'm just blown away at the level of these other riders, and Jett just keeps getting it done.
Here we go. Into Unadilla's first turn. It's one of the Yamaha riders. Oh, and a couple riders hit the outside.
It's Romano.
Hey, Nick Romano, the local native. There's your pileup. We saw some riders hit that. That's Marcellizzi and Tate, a couple of the riders down. We talked to Nick Romano last night.
Yesterday.
You said, when you get the whole shot, and he did.
Grabs the whole shot. Now his teammate Justin Cooper, who's also from up here, not far from here. It's kind of his home race. Both Yamaha riders are fired up here out front. Now let's set the field. So they come by some timing and scoring areas here. Here we go.
Well, we know this. It's the Yamaha's 1-2, and Cooper is picking up right where he left off. We got one of the Kawasaki's coming through. Might that be DeFrancisco, the rookie, who's just fresh off of the Monster Energy Amateur National? No, that's Shimoda. Shimoda, who has been very strong all year, third at points, gets around Romano. So the 2 New York natives now first and third. And then it's a Green Army. You got the 47 of Hamaker in there as well.
Yeah, and at this point, you got to wonder where did our 2 points leaders start, right? Where's Jett Lawrence and his brother Hunter at this point? Get that timing and scoring going. Here we go. Motorsports bringing that to us, and Fly.
And it is DeFrancisco coming through next. So,
got his first pro race.
Yep.
He rode a couple of races earlier this year, Rider D that is, but officially done as an amateur, so now he's officially a pro.
Romano trying to hold off Hamaker as they go to the top of this Unadilla facility. It's a rare track that Hamaker has actually raced on before last year. Been around a bit, but he's missed a lot of races with injury and illness through the year, so he's learning most of the tracks. But today you can see the 47 is on the gas early, and he's going to make the move here on the inside.
Oh, that little bump on the inside just held him up. Now look how he's fighting for the dry section of the track where it's not loamy and where it bogged the bike down and pull the horsepower out of that bike, getting right on the edge.
And we get our first glimpse of the #1 of Jett Lawrence in the back of this train. I'm going to say about 6th place right now behind DeFrancisco.
Oh. Hamaker went to grab for it. I think it was Hamaker, right? Grab for a tear-off, and I almost feel like he missed the bar when he put his hand back on. Tried to, I mean.
And now back down this fast start straight, so we've essentially gone one circuit around at the legendary Unadilla. DeFrancisco on the 532 is on the move, and he needs to be because there's Jett Lawrence. A quick strike by the champ. See if Lawrence can finish this off. He'll be on the outside, and he's got him.
Got him, yep. I mean, Lawrence was just so fluid and so fast. And oh, he almost lost the front end right there. Remember what I talked about at the top of the show? These little rocks, they're just going to start to poke up out of the dirt, and when you get on the edge of the tire and you lean the bike over, really putting a lot of force in, just caught a little bit there and almost lost it. Missed his line, didn't really lose any time, but that was a close one.
And after one lap, Hunter Lawrence coming around in 8th. So behind this battle, you're going to have Voland and then Hunter Lawrence for that 8th place spot. Hampshire and Drake round out the top 10.
Did you see how much when in that groove before that last tabletop, they were coming through that turn, Lawrence's left foot comes off the foot peg because of the bumps. There must be some huge square edge bumps in there. And I feel like that because of the conditions of the racing surface here today, being a little harder, a little drier, you're not going to get these big, gnarly bumps. You're going to get a lot of those little square edge bumps.
Wait a minute. That is Hunter Lawrence making a move on Justin Cooper, who was your race leader. So Cooper has gone down, and just like that, now we got a battle for 8th.
Oh, that was close right there, too. Same thing. He hit some massive bumps coming out of that turn. Feet comes off the pegs. He's getting a little wild right now. He needs to calm things down.
So this will put Joe Shimoda into the lead. He made the move on Romano for second and then inherited it with the trouble for Cooper. So now we're going to see what Cooper can do without the start.
Yeah, and remember I talked about that rhythm and flow? It's like Cooper right now, it seems like that flow and that rhythm is gone after crashing. And what happens when you fall down like that, when you fall down, your concentration goes away, you know?
And we'll see if he can pick it back up. So Hunter Lawrence has fought his way around him. And Voland, I believe, is in this mix. Oh, we might have it here.
Okay, yeah, so watch. So when we run this here,
hey, the right
watch
side.
at the top of your screen, right in there. Okay, so one of the things we've been talking about here today, specifically in that corner, is how some of these acceleration bumps are, but it's flatter, so it's not rutted, right, per se. That turn coming out of the turn is kind of dry and slick. I think he got on those marbles, got the bike sideways, and it pitched him off.
Wow, what a shakeup, because it looked like Cooper was ready to start rolling and maybe build a win streak in this series after winning the previous moto. And it was a solid ride at Washougal 2 weeks ago, and this is his home state track. Now he's got serious work to do. We'll stay with this battle as Jett Lawrence tries to move forward around the 47 of Hamaker.
Ooh, yeah.
It's for third place right now, with Romano second and Shimoda leading.
Well, Jett sliding out right there, making a little mistake. That's going to give some breathing room to Hamaker, who was just in front of him.
It settled down just for a minute. Jett was all over Hamaker, but man, we've seen this year, especially one line choice can make such a difference. This guy's figured it out. Shimoda is the only other rider besides Jett Lawrence to win an overall this year. Got it at Redbud, and he would love to have another start with a moto win here at Unadilla.
Well, this is a good place to be. Oh, we hear all the fans on the side of the track. Now, we were back on this section of the track yesterday evening. They have the most beautiful view of of this facility. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the backside where the U2, the amateur track, is. So everybody camps and pits over there for amateur racing Friday and Sunday. And then it's a great vantage point of the track here today. Oh, we got another look at the Cooper crash.
Oh, so he's way wide. He's going to get on the throttle right here. Whoop. Just no traction there. And for the most part, modern motocross tracks are pretty wet, pretty soft. Like, these guys are used to riding in ruts. So you come out of a turn, you're in the rut, you know the bike's not going to slide out on you. There's a situation where it's hard and slippery right there. Caught some of those rocks, just spun out.
Down he goes, back to the battle. Jett Lawrence, where he made the move on Di Francisco, trying to get around Hamaker, and he does it again.
On the pegs, never even took his inside foot off of that right peg there.
This is third place for Lawrence, with Romano second and Shimoda in the lead. See if Hamaker can learn from him, because you know Jett is going to go after Romano now.
Wow, that's a wide line by Romano right there. I mean, Lawrence caught up 3 or 4 bike lengths, I felt like, right there.
Now, Romano, he is from New York, but he has never ridden this track before. That's one of the things that is a hallmark of Unadilla. All the amateur racing, as I said, takes place in the amateur track on the other side of this valley. So he is learning this track for the first time. He does, of course, have the fan support. But when we say New York, we don't mean upstate New York like you would think a dirt bike racer comes from. He is from Queens.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild to hear his background in the sport. Get to ride once a week when he was a kid at some of the local tracks like Englishtown in New Jersey. Let's send it down to JT with more of the 411.
Well, my comment is really more about the traction here, and they've been fighting the moisture all day long. But just before this moto, they added a bunch of water and dragged a bunch of loose dirt back over the hard base. And I think what you're seeing is guys spin through that topsoil and get down to the hard base, and they're a little bit, they're not sure of what's going to happen, and they're kind of all over the place. Now, as that works in, it's probably going to get a little bit more predictable, and I think they'll know what to expect.
Yeah, and to put it into perspective here, remember we talked about our fast qualifier being the #1 on that HRC Honda, Jett Lawrence, 2:12.7. Right now, the fastest lap is a 2:18.
Unbelievable. 7 seconds off of that qualifying time.
6 seconds off, yeah. I mean, that's huge.
You did not see that much variance.
And it's the same
Jet
course.
to the inside. Oh,
it's
almost
just
contact.
the condition. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's how slick it is right
now.
now.
A little sideways.
Yeah. Jett almost lost it. That allows Hamaker to get up behind him. He's got the beta drone cam here. DeFrancisco doing a good job hanging in fifth. And it's Voland, Hunter Lawrence, Cooper, Hampshire, and Drake still rounding out the top 10. And the privateer, Derek Kelly, been very strong this year in the AEO KTM. He is in 11th. Brown McAdoo in his first race back from injury, 13th. Thrasher and Preston Kilroy, which are top 15.
Taking a look at those lap times, everybody's basically 2:19s. They're your top 7. They're all running about the same pace right now. Lawrence he's making little mistakes here and there, but overall he seems to have just that was close.
Well, there's been 2 or 3 times where Romano's been a little wide, and Lawrence is out of shot. Now he's going to make a run around the outside. Can Romano hold it? Yes, he can. Good job by the rookie, coming back from a knee injury. Actually, we missed him at Washougal, but he wanted to be back for his home state race. He is hanging it out to hold Lawrence off.
They're barely, those acceleration bumps coming out of that rut are so abrupt and so aggressive. It's just taking all of the traction and all the drive they have. These 250s are coming up short on that little tabletop.
Romano hanging tough on the Monster Star Racing Yamaha against the factory Honda HRC machine. Lawrence trying to get it inside again. Side by side, high-speed section, and Romano still holds Lawrence off. By the way, beneficiary of all this is Shimoda, who's opened a 3-second gap, and Lawrence still can't make the move.
I tell you, this track is tough. I thought it was going to be, well, it's obviously pretty fast right now. I thought it was going to remain like fairly smooth, but these little bumps are starting to, these little square edges are starting to become big square edge bumps, and I see the bikes jumping around a lot more than what I thought at this point of the day that they'd be doing.
Oh, that outside line of Romano was tough. He was just able to walk that tightrope or tiptoe through there, keep his balance, and keep the #1 spot. Again, he's powered by the home state fans. He's a rookie. He's never raced on this track before. He's fired up, and he does not want to yield to the defending champ.
Good look at the wall right there. See, there's a couple sections where there's some pretty deep ruts, right? Like kind of softer area here. Uh-oh, Jett's trying the wide line. He's got it. He's got a lot of momentum.
Woo, what a drive, and you know he likes his right-hander coming up. He's made a couple of passes there. Look at Romano fight back.
Wow, he stayed in the line. He was on the outside. That's where you're vulnerable to getting completely slammed. Lawrence, I mean, that was a drag race. I feel like the Yamaha won that one right then. He drove back around the outside of Lawrence and stayed in it. He doesn't care if he's the reigning champ, points leader, #1 plate.
No, man, he's dreamed. He always came to this track to watch. He's dreamed of being here. There's the gap that Shimoda has opened up. It's now 3.3 seconds. Also, Lawrence had made 2 moves on the inside of that corner, so the fact that he couldn't complete the pass, Romano's fighting hard, crisscrossing the lines.
Oh, now he's got the drive. There goes Lawrence. Oh,
Lawrence down.
Boom. Did you see the braking bumps? That turn, I'm telling you, there's something about that turn. We can't quite see it from the rider's perspective. It's gnarly going in, deep rut with huge braking or huge acceleration bumps, and he just came in there hot. Watch this right here. Cuts back to the inside, hard on the throttle.
Little scrubs.
Scrubs that, and watch right here. Kick right there, and just got the rear tire almost missed the rut entirely.
And you hardly ever see that type of mistake from Jett Lawrence. And the big deal is that Hunter has gotten around him. So now Hunter is 5th, Jett 6th, and here comes Voland. And is Cooper there? No, it's Hampshire. Hampshire has gotten around Cooper. And Voland on the run. He's been quietly building some solid results on that Red Bull KTM, Voland, as of late. And he's in the hunt. Now it's Hunter's turn to make hay. Cooper went down. Jett Lawrence went down. Hunter is working on DeFrancisco, and DeFrancisco has been impressive so far.
I mean, and look at the athletes that we have, the variety here. We've got a couple of riders that were Pro-Am this year, essentially, now stepping up. You've got guys like Cooper, Hampshire, some of these guys that are some veterans.
Romano is a newer
Shimoda,
guy.
Shimoda, and then the 2 Australian riders, the 2 Lawrence brothers.
Let's see if Hunter can make the move on DeFrancisco. Okay, so let's see what happened to Hunter Lawrence. So they're going to show us a replay of him on the starting line. I noticed he put his helmet on so late. He wanted a new helmet for some reason. I was surprised. JT, what have you seen there with the 96 on the start?
Well, I asked Johnny O'Mara what exactly was going on. He said something was going on with the visor. I don't know if he had a loose screw or something, but the visor was flopping on the Pareto app, and he went into full panic mode to get a new helmet. Thankfully, they found one and got him back out there.
Yeah, it was odd when we saw the riders at the line that he was putting his helmet on, and everyone else had long since done that. Managed a good enough start. Now he's picking his way through. He's down the inside of DeFrancisco and makes the move.
Good pass right there. Just not following, using new. Oh,
Rider D.
DeFrancisco gets a little crazy. Oh, so look at that new line right there on the outside. Jett Lawrence just flies around the outside. Now, he said, hey, last time through, I didn't like that. Emerging lines. Look for something different, and that's what he did.
That's what you said. Hey, we're halfway through. 15 minutes down, 15 minutes to go. In a 15-minute phone call, you can save 15% or more on your insurance with Geico. What a battle right now. You're watching Hunter Lawrence fourth, then Jett Lawrence, then DeFrancisco, and the always charging RJ Hampshire on the number 24, the Rockstar Husqvarna. Up ahead is Shimoda, who's got a 6-second lead on the Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki.
But look at our early leader, Justin Cooper, there on the left. 15 seconds down right now after leading the event. Fell and just has not found his flow and his rhythm like he needs to compete for the win.
And we were saying at the last race is so start dependent often the results for Cooper, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can come back through. Hasn't been able to do it yet.
Oh.
Hunter Lawrence going after Hamaker. Can he get to the inside? Hamaker shuts it off. And Hamaker just hugging the insides on that Kawasaki. Solid run for Hamaker in third. And now Jett has arrived on the scene.
So last lap around, when Jett fell, he turned a 225, right? It was about a 218, so about a 7-second fall. That's what the advantage he's given the rest of the competition right now with that mistake.
Jett gave it a look down the inside of his brother. Now he's going to try the outside, set him up for the inside here. Hunter's got that covered. And it is Lawrence brothers battling again here at Unadilla.
I'm keeping my eye on RJ Hampshire right there, blue and white gear. Look at the lap time as they come through. Hunter at a 220, Jett at a 219, and Hampshire.
Hunter got to run. Use that outside to power past the 47 of Hamaker.
Moving around. But I'm telling you, Hampshire's faster than anyone else on the track right now besides your leader, Shimoda, 218. He is out front cruising.
See Hampshire look to take advantage as Hamaker and Jett Lawrence hook it up 3 wide over that tabletop. There's Hampshire on the inside, little contact with Jett. Oh, and Hampshire makes the pass.
They're tied to Jett winning all these races. He's going to rough them up, do whatever it takes at this point. I mean, it's on. Jett Lawrence is being challenged more in this moto than he's been the entire championship.
Yeah, I'm going to say not even just by the riders, but this track caught him out.
Everything, yeah.
With that crash. And Hampshire's on the move. He wants to get around Hamaker.
Oh, slides out, loses some drive.
Uphill we go. Let's see if Hampshire can get Hamaker. Here comes Jett back to the inside.
Oh, he got him.
Corner by
pushed
Jett.
him out.
Yeah, and he's going to get a 2 for 1. He got Hampshire. Now over the sky shot. Can he complete the pass on Hamaker? Hamaker's on the inside, but Jett smooth through those outside ruts. He made 2 passes in 2 corners.
Yeah, that was incredible. Oh, and you see right there, Hampshire, I believe, lost another position. He's right in the thick of it. Hey, but Jett's the guy out there. He's the guy that can all of a sudden, okay, I'm going to drop my lap time 2-3 seconds a lap. If he gets things focused and has a clear track like he has right now, let's see where he goes with it.
Well, yeah, let's see if he can get back to his brother, who is third, about 3 seconds up the road. Let's give a little coverage here to the leader, Joe Shimoda. There's been so much drama and action in this moto, and Joe has just risen above that. He's just logging laps, and the gap is up to 9 seconds.
Yeah, 9-second lead. Let's see, he comes by the finish line again. Turns another 2:18, but this time at 2:18.8. His best is a 2:18.1, but he's right there. But I want to see where Lawrence is at on his lap time. Comes by right now. Oh, that's going to be a 2:20.
They jump into this valley here. Battle continuing. Hamaker, Hampshire, DeFrancisco. Well, DeFrancisco got in there, made the move. So he got them back, and now Hampshire comes back on him.
See this outside line right here starting to emerge, carrying a lot of speed. If he gets down there,
oh,
yeah.
That's twice that Hampshire has made the move after that tabletop. And DeFrancisco, is he going to make the move on Hamaker? He does.
Yeah.
So Ryder D showing some fight here. He got shuffled back, but he wants to go with Hampshire. So the next rider in the group will be Cooper. You see fourth rider on your screen. Cooper's got to get it going here. Then it'll be Volan next.
Oh, wow. Cooper just launched off the top of that hill, landed in some braking bumps. That takes its toll on you. The suspension just completely bottoms out, but he's just, right now, he's hard on the throttle. He knows that he's made a mistake, and he's going to try to make up for it here.
What a battle. Voland in it as well. That goes all the way back to ninth. Back to our leader, Joe Shimoda. It's been strong, solid all year. Really has gone to another level. And how about this? 10 seconds now.
Yeah, and with the clear track, feeling the flow right now. Looks great on the bike, whipping it around, being able to keep his upper body loose. And there's second place. Look how far behind Romano is at this point. I mean, Joe's got to be feeling great about where he's at. It's about 9 minutes plus a couple laps left in this moto.
But here's what you love about what Romano did. He had Jett Lawrence all over him. Probably 6-7 pass attempts, and he just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and it has rewarded him now. He's in second. The Lawrence brothers are going to gang up on him, but he's got a big gap over everybody else. So he has kept himself in contention for a podium here by fighting off the advances early. Then the field begins to string out. Great job by the rookie, who again, he missed our last race with a sore knee, so a nice bounce back.
Cool. Jett just got a face full of roost from his older brother Hunter there in the 96 as they drop down into the gravity cavity.
Hunter likes that outside. He used it to make a pass earlier, not on Romano.
See right there, a new line on the inside is going to start getting cut in.
Oh,
there it is.
Cutting across the inside is Hunter. Romano holds him off again.
Watch the outside. Lots of speed.
Jett's going to get to the inside of the landing,
and
he's got it. Now, Jeff, how much of that was Hunter having to deal with Romano? Or is that just a straight-up pass?
Yeah, that was just a straight-up pass. I don't believe I've seen Hunter take that outside before that tabletop.
Oh, no! Jett's gone down hard. He lost the front. He washed it all the way through. He's back up running to the motorcycle. 2 crashes in this moto. At least he's okay, but that was a high-speed one.
I've crashed in that same turn with the lead. I've been there before. Wow. He got flung around, too. Like, it looked like he hit the ground pretty hard right there, but he kind of bounced back up. He's shaken up, and it's just been one of those motos. He hasn't had one all season.
You're right, you're right. We have not seen these types of mistakes.
Nope.
A crash earlier, makes the move on his brother.
Kitchen floor marbles right there.
Yeah, you called it. And down hard is your champ.
Oof.
I can't have you just rolling your eyes at us. You got some.
Hey, where are you going? Hey. That's the giveaway bike. Hey, come on.
Hey, we're supposed to put that back in the shop.
Get off that thing.
They're supposed to be riding that thing.
That's the giveaway bike. Come on, man.
Enter to win at motorsport.com/win.
You have just won 3 championships in a row.
Man, Supercross is giving me everything. It's just had such a blast doing it.
And you get it all the way around here.
This past season, it's like I had 7 surgeries in 9 months. I don't want to be put under yet. I don't see the end in sight because, like, what else am I going to do?
That run out, you know.
Unleashed with Dingo and Dale, fueled by Monster Energy.
new CRF 250R. Lighter, faster, stronger. Ready to help you find your edge.
The 50th anniversary season of Pro Motocross is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance. Motosport.com. Make your next ride your best ride. And by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Well, great racing here at Unadilla, but it has been for second on back, and it is still young 17-year-old Nick Romano out of Queens, New York. Track he grew up watching races on. It's his first time ever on the track, and he's holding off Hunter Lawrence for second with Joe Shimoda well up ahead.
Yeah, Joe Shimoda he has been absolutely perfect this moto. Didn't get the whole shot, but worked his way up. And look at the track. Oh, Lawrence goes around the outside.
That might finally be the mistake that unlocks it. But a couple times, Lawrence brothers have gotten around Romano and then threw it down twice. That happened to Jett Lawrence. Got one of those barriers now in the middle of the track, got knocked loose at the bottom of that hill. And Hunter Lawrence has finally gotten to second. It has been a long run for him. We had about 9th early in this race.
Yeah, and for Romano, like, he needs to keep his cool right now. He needs to be, I mean, a third right now would be an incredible result in this moto. He's new at this stage, right? So don't try to go out and ride beyond your capabilities. Okay, Joe's a little quicker, Hunter's a little quicker. Just, you know, lock down that third. And I feel like, I mean, well, he's going to have to deal with Hampshire. He's only a couple seconds off.
Yeah, if he can hold on. And Romano giving a lot of credit to Ricky Carmichael's mom, Jeannie, who shows up at the goat farm, the old Carmichael property that the Star Racing team has purchased, as you watch the ETS drone cam with our leader, Shimoda.
Here we go. Now I get to see these lines right here of what was causing so much carnage in that turn.
Oh, yeah. Several riders going down there, but not Shimoda. And he's always been consistent. He has picked it up, though, this year, intensity-wise, speed-wise, whatever you want to call it. We're now working with Nick Way, former racer out here. Uh-oh. And now there is pressure on Romano from Hampshire, but we'll send it down to JT.
So, Jeff, you've obviously had a lot of success at this racetrack. Watching the mistakes from Jett Lawrence, they're so out of character. What do you attribute that to? Is it just overriding the track? Do you think it's like a front tire choice? Because we've seen him lose the front a few times. I just wanted your perspective on those particular mistakes because, again, they're way out of character for him.
Yeah, I do think that he was getting challenged, and I think that he, wasn't quite in the rhythm that he needed to be. And also, Jason, there is a lot of square edge bumps that are really starting to emerge, and I see the bikes are just jumping around a lot, and because it's harder and flatter, it's allowing the bike to move around side to side, where, if it was a deeply rutted track, you don't see that because the bike stays in the ruts.
And while this battle is going on, Seth Hamaker has gone down, and the pass just made by Hampshire as we go up this hill. So we do have what happened to the 47, and Hamaker had a good moto going. He was still in the top 10. He's running in third earlier in this one. Okay, it looks like he's up.
With the medic crew with him here. He's going to come over. Oh!
That's got to be a bike problem.
That's that tabletop out of that turn I keep talking about. There's a lot of square edge bumps. What is starting to emerge on this track is right at the tip of the takeoff, you're getting these little ruts, these little grooves. He could have gone up there.
Oh, you think it might not have been a bike?
No, I don't.
Bike kick.
I think he caught something. I think there's probably a kicker on top. There might even be some, rock that started to expose itself, and you don't see it. He could have caught something like that on the takeoff. That was dirty as it gets right there. It's good to see him. He looked like the medic crew was with him, and that was...
Oh, Seth Hamaker.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like it hurt. Man, that was... Oof.
Yeah, endo over that tabletop. That's just straight endo.
Over the bars. Yep. Yeah, we hope he's all right on that one. He had such a good moto going, too.
Okay, so let's reset it. It's Shimoda, Hunter Lawrence, Hampshire, top 3, Romano to 4th, DeFrancisco in 5th.
Okay, here's that... Oh, shoot, I was going to say that's the same shot right there. Same jump.
And there is our leader, Shimoda. 13 seconds.
Well, and the good thing about having a first moto like this is you know, he's not really going to use a lot of energy, okay? I mean, not that it's a super hot day or anything, but this track is challenging, and he's riding really smooth, so he's not, you know, wearing out his forearms by having to hold on to the grips super tight, you know, things like that. He's staying pretty relaxed, and so he's going to be a little fresher for the second moto. And from the looks of this track, I honestly thought the track was going to be easy today. Just in this 30 minutes of this first moto, this track has gotten gnarly. And it's starting to reach up and bite the guys. It's playing a big role in the outcome of this race for sure.
So you're watching DeFrancisco in the 523, the green Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki. He's under pressure from Cooper and Volan over this sky shot. Cooper going to try the outside here.
Those ruts are nasty, and you see how he got in and the bike jumped around. That's these acceleration bumps and these hooks, like we call it, in these ruts, just creating these, and they come together, the lines come together. Creates like a jump while you're still in the middle of the turn.
Volan riding well, hanging with this group.
Oh, a few square edge bumps starting to show up on the face of the wall there. Us old timers, we know all about those square edges back in the days.
All right, we're going to hook back onto the start stretch here. 3-rider battle for 5th, 6th, 7th. Can Cooper take the measure of the newly turned pro on the 523? He's on the outside. I think he might have him here.
Oh yeah, that was a nice move.
So there it is, 5th.
He's found his rhythm again, right? So that's going to put Cooper up to 5th. Now, keep in mind, you've got Jett Lawrence, who's about 30 seconds off the lead right there, running back in 8th. So it's not going to take a 1-1 to necessarily win today. The results could be really scrambled. If I'm Justin Cooper, okay, a 5th, possibly a 4th here. Romano's a little bit ahead of him, but top 5 in this moto, we know how this season has been. It'd be like just completely shaking up the results for second moto.
Well, I'm going to say if Jett Lawrence gets 8th in Moto 1 and still figures out a way to pull off the overall today.
Yeah, that's it. You're just like,
go home, go home. You're never going to
let's just give him the plate. Yeah, these guys, there's so much desire and determination coming out of these riders here in the 250 class. Jett's going to have to earn every bit of it.
All right, so the toughest moto on the defending champ that we've had thus far this year. With the 2 crashes, he's 8th. Beneficiary, Hunter Lawrence, who is 2nd in points. His brother going to gain some ground in the standings. It's almost about a moto's worth of points that Jett here had on him. But you never know in a championship. Every point counts.
Man, and look at that. Look at the resilience out of Jett Lawrence. I mean, we saw a couple of replays of that crash. That was one of those where it's like, yeah, just stay down, you know. But he's got a lot on the line, and it looks like he's been able to regroup. Look at the left side of his handlebars. Okay,
look at the battle here between Volan and DeFrancisco.
Yeah, Volan looks like he's going to get by him.
Volan's going to be on the outside as they enter the wall, and he's able to complete the pass.
Okay, next shot we get of Lawrence. Take a look at his left side of his handlebars. I believe his handguard is possibly broken and hanging off. It'd be interesting to see if the clutch lever has been damaged to where if he still has use of the clutch.
As Volan has made that pass, that'll put him in 6th. Cooper in 5th. Romano 4th. Hampshire, a hard charge, as always, in 3rd. We're watching Lawrence looking to make the move.
Yeah, look at his handguard right there. It's a good shot. It looks like he's still got use of the clutch, but the handguard's just flopping around a little bit. Can be annoying, but hopefully he can just block that out and not let it bother him.
And DeFrancisco did 30-minute and 2-lap distance, which is new for a rider to be coming out of the amateur ranks. Last couple of laps has lost a few positions, and now we're on to the final lap. And Shimoda looking to tuck away another moto win. Got one at Moto 1 at Redbud.
I forgot all about him. He's been out there, what, 15 seconds out, 10 seconds out?
Oh, yeah.
He looks great. And that last time we had him on our screen through this section, I was watching how he was kind of popping over some of the jumps and really loose on the bike, letting the bike work underneath him, and just really has that great rhythm and flow. What a great moto for the Kawasaki rider.
Yeah, he won that moto at Redbud, but remember, he was in the battle, but Jett Lawrence's bike broke while he was leading. Shimoda was right there, but this one, no one had anything for him. Everyone that tried to go fast went down, and he has been both fast and consistent.
Yeah, Joe Shimoda is a very sound rider. Like when you talk about his technique and his style, doesn't make a lot of crazy moves, isn't really wild on the bike, very still, right? And making it work here in Moto 1 at Unadilla.
No doubt about it. So, as James Stewart calls him, not your average Joe. He's not right now. He is well up on the field. At 13-second lead at one point. He's backed it way down now.
Yeah,
it is 8.5. But they will make up some points. Shimoda's third in the standings. Hunter is second. They're 1-2 in this moto. Make up a little bit of ground on Jett. Obviously, they're going to need something huge to get right back to him, but you never know. The crowd has really taken a liking to Shimoda this summer as well. So as the results have ratcheted up, there's a struggle in Monster Energy Supercross. He has absolutely figured it out here at Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. And Joe Shimoda takes Moto 1 at Unadilla 22.
Oh, yeah. Man, that was a great ride for him. Wow.
Hunter Lawrence looking for second. This is Jett coming on strong, looking for positions late. He's all over Volan.
Yeah, he's going all the way to the checkered flag right there. He's got Volan in front of him. Romano gets that fourth.
And Romano's pumped on that. And Volan and Cooper will hold off Jett Lawrence. So he's going to end up in seventh. That is his worst moto of the year besides the one where the bike broke. So 2 crashes, that'll do it to you. And a good job by Volan, by the way, to hold him off right down the line. DeFrancisco comes across in 8th, showing that he has the speed to be a player here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely speed was incredible. Put on some good laps together there in the beginning.
And there's a big crowd at Unadilla. We got to hang out in the campgrounds yesterday. A lot of riders here for amateur racing, and a lot of them fans of the pros, including this man, Joe Shimoda, who's on top.
Rated E for everyone.
Coming into this year, January, I break my pelvis the week of Oakland. The doctor's like, dude, don't walk on it for a month. I remember calling my parents, I'm like, well, I'm done. Like, and it's contract year. I was like, so I just wasted all this. I don't really see a sport that's like it, to be honest with you.
At Beta, the best just got better. With the new 2022 Beta RR models, delivering an unmatched, refined riding experience. And the new 2022 Cross Trainer, the #1 selling entry-level enduro on the market. Beta produces the most rideable motorcycles in the world. Check one out at a Beta dealer near you.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most, Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
The 50th anniversary season of Pro Motocross is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. With a nationwide network of parts and care, Napa helps you get up and go. Honda, celebrating 50 years of off-road dominance. And by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive.
Oh, look at that time lapse. Erie Canal. You see how that works. I've never seen that before. Very impressive. Also impressive, Joe Shimoda here in the Lucas Oil race recap will show you how he won this moto. Nick Romano, the New York native, first time he's ever gotten a race on his home track, and he leads him off the start.
Teammate Justin Cooper there, the number 32, quickly takes the lead, but the two Yamaha riders were out front, and then we started to set the field, and Shimoda was third, dropping into gravity cavity for the first time.
So we thought Cooper was gone. He started pulling away pretty quickly, but then he throws it away.
Just a slight mistake. It's a slick spot on the track. High sides goes down, gets up inside the top 10. He'd have his work cut out for him.
And another mistake after he got up here going off the racetrack. Cooper would eventually finish in 5th. Then Jett Lawrence trying to make moves on Romano. He tried everything, but you got to give credit to the rookie. Just kept fighting back.
Yeah, watch this drag race. Romano goes back around the outside of Lawrence, stays in it. Just was not going to give him an inch. And this was kind of the story of the moto, is your points leader, reigning champion, Jett Lawrence, making
the
little
move and
mistakes.
then he makes a mistake. Yeah,
kind of the pressure was on. We haven't seen this. So, okay, so one fall, no big deal. He's making little mistakes here and there. No problem. Gets in here. Hampshire's sorry.
Gotcha.
As he does, just barges his way through, and then this happens. Bam! Lawrence goes down hard, but look how quickly he rebounds and gets right back up and gets back in the thick of it.
Impressive recovery. Meanwhile, Hunter Lawrence started to stir. He picks his way around Romano, who again was not easy to get around. He fought for position, no doubt about that, but that will put Hunter into 2nd. Shimoda was long gone at this point.
And watch this.
Oh, Seth Hamaker.
Hamaker goes over the bars. That was a big one. Waves to the crowd. Definitely going to be a little sore after that one.
And Shimoda, no problems, takes his 2nd career moto win and 2nd of the season. And he's ready on the podium. We'll talk to our race winner with Jason Thomas.
Joe Shimoda, that has to be about the best ride I've ever seen you have. I'm not sure if you were aware of all the chaos going on behind you, but you probably didn't care either.
Yeah, I just focus on myself, get a good start, and push as much as I can on the first 4 laps. And from that, just kind of kept pushing and pushing, and just didn't even care. So, yeah, thanks to the whole team, and we'll do it again.
All right, that's the goal. Got to do it
again.
Twice. And we'll show you the motorsport.com whole shot replay. And there is Romano. You told him last night when you get the whole shot. He did.
I did, yeah. So he goes around the outside, but look, it was close. He gets credited with the whole shot, but Cooper.
It's the longest whole shot line from the start. I guess officially it will go to Cooper. Yep, it will. Motorsport.com whole shot. Yep. Because it took 3 turns to get to the whole shot line.
Yeah, it definitely is the longest whole shot distance. No
Romano's telling his friends that he got the whole shot. He's telling everybody back home. There's your results. Hunter Lawrence, Hampshire, Romano, Cooper, top 5. And we'll send it back to the podium with JT.
Hunter Lawrence, runner-up position. I feel like that's been a bit of the norm this summer, but you had to fight for that one. It didn't come easy.
Yeah, don't know what happened. I thought I executed a pretty good start and came around pretty it wasn't the whole shot, that's for sure. So I had to work for it. Track was super wet. They put a bunch of water down and just kind of let the race come to me a bit. So yeah, go back, regroup, see where we can be better and bridge that gap.
But now the question is, can he bridge the gap to Shimoda, who's the man to beat, at least based on the first moto today. And both Hunter Lawrence and Shimoda making up some ground in the series standings. We have 3 more hours of racing from the Parts Unlimited Unadilla National coming your way. 450 Moto 1 at